Good afternoon. It is Monday and we are in the kitchen of the manoir. Today, I am taking the pointing out of this outside wall of the manoir. So this is the kitchen and a lot has been done in this kitchen. We've taken up the floor so the tiles can be laid and put in a door to the barn. Metal framed this side, this half of the kitchen. And yeah, we're doing a lot. So I've got the camera set up over there so I can time lapse me taking out all of the pointing and making it look nice. Today I'm going to do this half of the wall. Tomorrow I'm going to do the rest. The electrician is in today and we are also insulating and plasterboarding the ceiling of the dining room. So you can see the render is coming out at the top left and it's starting to take a nice shape. It looks really nice. I didn't realize how big the stones were actually. I would like to say thank you for all the lovely comments that everyone leaves. It's really interesting to hear what you think about myself and the project. And if you do want to leave any criticism, it helps me a lot more and it helps me understand what you want to see and how you want it done. Let's get back to the time lapse. The work rate at the moment is actually feeling like I can work more throughout the day, so I'm getting used to doing more and more things here and recording as well. Like I'm getting used to recording what I'm doing and using both my phone, which I'm using now with the tripod, and the camera, setting that up to do things like time lapses. We've had the electrician in, working in the 2 upstairs bedrooms. Hopefully tomorrow I can get a little clip of him and what he's done and some nice footage of how the bedrooms look. It's Tuesday, 8:45, and I'm in the dining room. So what I'm doing today is removing the mortar from the kitchen wall. Andy is going to be helping me. I'm going to show you what we did in this room yesterday. So have a look at that now. So we've insulated and plasterboarded, and we've got a piece of OFB board here for the this light here is going to be moved here, and then as well as this cutout here is for an electric junction box, and that's going to be fitted here. So with this plasterboard is actually extremely difficult to fit because the beams aren't the same width the whole way through. So we'll have to cut out bits of the plasterboard so that they fit. As you can see here, I've had to cut out a bend in the plasterboard.
Aye, so little update for everybody. We're now putting in a junction box in ceiling, which is going to it's a point to bring all the wiring together, the new poussoir system. So I'm just doing that today, but just to double check that all the wires are being labelled correctly, because I am only human. I've got a little meter set up here on continuity and connected up to some terminals here, and by pressing the button on the wall, which is just behind us round here, we should better hear a little beep from my meter. There we go, that was labelled correctly, but it's best to check twice.
Yeah. Let's get into the kitchen and start the day.
Aye, right, little update for you in one of the bedrooms today. Progress so far. We've replaced the old light switches with new ones. We've managed to keep the gain that carries the wiring up to the junction box above, but the wiring's been replaced with new earth. The old socket that was here, the 2-pin one, which had no earth, has been removed. And here at this side we've got a new socket, USB charging point, fed from a new cable from below, and this is repeated at the other side of the bed. And just over to our side here we have the new wall lights in place, and they're not the wall lights, they're not staying, they're just temporary till John actually decides what wall lights he's going to buy. And just below we've got another little junction box for the lighting circuit, Cat 6 and a twin socket. That's this room. Now we're in the next bedroom, moving on. Pretty much same as the other bedroom. New switch that works the light above, and then it's two-way across to a switch by the bed. We've managed to keep the gain inside and drawn new wiring to a junction box that's looking very busy just above, with another cable brought in. And then just behind over here we've now got similar Cat 6 sockets, temporary lights for wall. The cables are running above the heating, away from the heating pipes. They will be boxed in. And then again, just by the bed, we've got some more temporary light fittings in, with a junction box of the lighting circuits and socket side of the bed with a USB point, and it's repeated at the other side of the bed. And that's pretty much it for this room. This is the third bedroom with ensuite, and progressing here so far. As you can see, is I've got new wall lights fitted, and then just above with some cabling coming out ready to fit into what we're going to be putting in here is like a very vintage look conduit system along the beams to light fittings hanging down, which we'll cover in another video later. We're still waiting for the materials to arrive. And then just over here we're going to have a big wall mounted TV. So we've got a couple of sockets and a Cat 6, another new wall light, the cables ready for the new conduit system that's going to be going in. And then just over to this side we've just got a couple of more sockets, and that's as far as I've got in here till we get the new materials. So we're up in the loft space now in a small room, which I think is going to be used as a small office or maybe a room to dry things. And what we've brought in from the other side of this wall is a new feed to a double socket with a cable also for a new radiator. So we've just put a bit of surface mount trunking in, round and down to a little box to this new oil filled radiator. And we've got some lighting to go in, which we'll use this old, there's a runner gain channel fruit wall which I can reuse and put new wiring in to a box just outside on the landing above the door up here. So I better bring new cables into there and utilise all these channels. I've already replaced this wiring from this switch, which is poussoir system again, and then light switch for that room we've just been in, which works out the new light when I fit it. And then into this next bedroom, which is work in progress so far. I've got the new feed in, another new feed for another radiator, this big white oil filled one which will be going on this wall. There'll be another socket to go in at the back of that radiator, and then just over to this side there'll be another socket going on this wall, and then a socket replacing that one in the corner, and then some more new lighting. And that's just about as far as I've got for now.
So it is 2 o'clock and I have finished tidying up the kitchen from all the the dust and the mortar that came out of the stone. Today we're expecting a cooker to arrive, so we've cleared out some space in the garage, and that is going to be, when all the tiles are in, it's going to go right here. Before the delivery arrives, I'm going to go out and get some drone shots, which you probably would have already seen in the previous parts of this video. It is a beautiful day today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.